Paradise, described in the Qur'an with rivers of milk and honey, gardens of everlasting delight, and a tranquility beyond compare, is the ultimate and final reward awaiting those who lead lives of righteousness. It is the eternal destination where the faithful will be liberated from all the sorrows, trials, and injustices of worldly life, entering instead a realm of unending happiness and satisfaction. Yet, the Qur'an continuously reminds us that Allah's promise of reward is not without responsibility. This promise comes paired with the obligation to remain firm in faith and to persist in the pursuit of goodness throughout one's lifetime. The reward from Allah is not handed over passively, rather, it is to be earned through earnest striving, righteous actions, and a heart that is constantly seeking the pleasure of its Creator. The Qur'an calls upon believers to hasten toward righteousness, Qur'an 3-133, to never cease striving for goodness, and to keep their eyes fixed on the ultimate aim, the pleasure of Allah and the eternal joy of paradise. This race toward virtue is not a temporary sprint but a lifelong journey, one that demands dedication, sincerity, and unwavering faith. In essence, the promise of Allah's reward stands as one of the most powerful sources of hope, drive, and spiritual encouragement for the believer. It serves as a reminder that every sacrifice made in the path of righteousness is accounted for, that no pain or hardship is meaningless, and that each moment of devotion brings one closer to everlasting peace and divine companionship. Moreover, this reward is not confined solely to the hereafter. The Qur'an teaches us that Allah bestows blessings in this life as well upon those who walk His path, granting them inner tranquility, contentment, and fulfillment of the heart. Such peace is not measured in material terms, but in the deep serenity that comes from knowing one is loved by Allah and guided by His light. Thus, the promise of Allah's reward is a divine call to resilience, patience, and heartfelt devotion. It urges the believer to persevere in goodness, to stay firm in faith, and to live each moment in pursuit of what pleases Allah. The believer lives with the certainty that Allah's ultimate reward lies with him alone. In conclusion, the teachings of Islam offer a holistic and profound framework for understanding life's true purpose, the nature of the divine, and the path that leads to eternal triumph. Through reflection upon Allah's names and attributes, through studying His messages sent via the prophets, and through contemplating His promises and His justice, we come to see the immense wisdom present in every layer of His divine plan. These are not abstract ideas, but practical truths meant to mold our daily behavior and inner character. They call us to cultivate patience, to express gratitude, to act with sincerity, and to persist in goodness even when it is difficult. The promise of divine reward, in particular, functions as both a powerful motivator and a soothing balm for the soul. It reassures us that no righteous deed is forgotten, and no sincere effort is overlooked by the one who sees all. Allah's reward is immeasurable, overflowing with both spiritual and worldly blessings. And above all else, it includes the eternal peace and joy of paradise, a place beyond the imagination of the human heart. It is reserved for those who hold firm to their faith, seek Allah's forgiveness, and trust in His boundless mercy. However, this grand promise comes coupled with the profound reminder of personal accountability. The day of judgment is a reality that every soul will encounter. On that day, Allah's perfect justice will be established. The Qur'an constantly reminds us that every action we take, every intention we hold, and every moment we live will be brought forth and measured with complete fairness. No deed, good or bad, will escape the scales of divine justice. This awareness calls upon us to live with a deep consciousness of Allah, to be mindful of what we say and do, and to strive to reflect His attributes in our conduct: mercy, justice, patience, and truth. The believer's life is one of equilibrium, a delicate balance between hope in Allah's reward and fear of His accountability. A believer strives, not only for the rewards of the next world, but also to uphold justice, to show mercy, to seek divine guidance through the example of the messengers, and to live with integrity in this world. It is by aligning our lives with Allah's teachings that we find clarity and purpose, even amid life's greatest storms. In the end, the path of the believer is a noble and blessed one, a path marked by struggle, by perseverance, and by the light of divine promise. And for those who walk it with sincerity, patience, and unwavering faith, the final destination is one of indescribable beauty, a paradise where peace knows no end, and the joy of being near to Allah surpasses all imagination. Jazakallahu khairan.